is that not working? There we go. Hello, everybody. We're gonna take today to just be a little bit chill with this. Looks like I got everything working as I want. So, I am streaming to YouTube and to Twitch. That's right, I'm trying the whole YouTube streaming thing after having debated on it a little bit. I figured, even though YouTube's full of a bunch of shit right now, I might as well still do something on it. Because, well, Twitch isn't an algorithm machine, so this would be fine. Oh, I should probably plug that I'm streaming. Actually, we're gonna be wild or not. I don't think I'm gonna plug on. Should I? Yeah, try at least. Yeah, okay. I won't do it to the GGL or the voice chat server because this is gonna be a purely me thing for the most part. Until we get to some later generations, but I'll talk more about this whole entire project here in a bit. And then it might just be easier to plug the YouTube channel as well rather than each individual stream. Where is... Oh, I closed out of... Okay. Right, because I am a fool. There is actually a bit of a conversation to be had here in just a moment here. Because I'll be honest, me starting the Generation Challenge today was not the original plan. Like, not at all. But, I'll explain after the first ad break over on Twitch. I'm also starting an hour later than I originally intended because, well, I had nothing prepared for the YouTube side of things. I'm like, oh, I gotta do that really quick. So I quickly switched my whole setup to work for YouTube and to also get a thumbnail drawn up. I think I did all right with a thumbnail. To get myself a little bit spiffied up. looks like we're done with the ad break. So, let's talk about this little challenge, shall we? We can move over to this screen really quick. So, Pokemon Generations Challenge. What is this? This is a challenge that my buddy Axel and I came up with a few years ago when they wanted to go through the exact same thing. And since then, another buddy of ours has also gone on this journey. And, well, it's proven to be quite the challenge, because we are looking at going through every generation of Pokemon, going through the main series games at the very least. The idea is to go through, start with Generation 1, and work our way all the way up through Generation 9. I'm about out of breath, sorry, I just ran up 2 flights of stairs. I do mean ran. So, you go through, and you play through each set of games. Typically, to give an example here, for Generation 1, I would be playing through Pokemon Red, and then once I beat Pokemon Red, I would be playing Pokemon Yellow. And once I'm done with Pokemon Yellow, I'm done with Generation 1. That is the idea there. Generation 2 is going to be very similar. You play through Pokemon Gold or Silver, and then play Pokemon Crystal. You do this in a way to show off the evolution of the Pokemon series throughout the years, because we're looking at nearly 30 years of games at this point, and by the time I finish, it will definitely be 30 years of games at that point. As you might be asking, well, what about remakes? What about other games? So, to give you an idea of the games I will be going through for this entire playthrough, I'm throwing in some spin-off games. If other people want to take the challenge, you don't need to, but I want to because, well, I have them. Some of them I've actually never beaten. So, the roadmap is we're going to be playing through Pokemon Red, Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Stadium, because I think that would be fun. And between beating Pokemon Red and getting to Pokemon Stadium, I will also be working off-screen, getting, and this is more so for a personal project, a bunch of Pokemon ready for a variety of battles that people would want to do in person. However, when I go through Pokemon Stadium, the idea there is that I will be using Pokemon from my Pokemon Red and Yellow playthroughs for the entirety of all the cups there. And, we're gonna have to devise some strategies there for Pokemon Stadium. After Pokemon Stadium, we move on to Generation 2, where I will be playing Pokemon Gold and Pokemon Crystal. And then after Pokemon Crystal, it's Stadium 2 time. Doing very much the same thing with Stadium 2 as I did with Pokemon Stadium, where our playthrough on stream will be using Pokemon from our playthroughs of Red, Yellow, Gold, and Crystal. Which means yes, we will have to devise some strategies there as well. And after Stadium 2, we're done with Generation 2. Gen 3, we have... I will be playing Pokemon Sapphire. Let's see if I can move... Because part of the idea is you do this in order of release. And if I recall correctly, after Sapphire, Fire Red and Leaf Green came out, and then it was Emerald. Either way, it's order of release, so if it's Emerald, then Fire Red, Leaf Green, then so be it. But I think it's Fire Red, Leaf Green, then Emerald. But yeah, it's Pokemon Sapphire, Pokemon... probably Fire Red, honestly. So Fire Red, Emerald, and what I may actually do is after Pokemon Sapphire, I might do Pokemon Colosseum, then do Fire Red, Emerald, then Exeggutor of Darkness. Because Colosseum came out before Fire Red Leaf Green did. So it'd be Colosseum, Fire Red Leaf Green, Emerald, XD. And after Exeggutor of Darkness, we're done with Generation 3, Gen 4. Because yes, I am throwing in the remakes. With Generation 4, it's going to be Diamond or Pearl. I'm not sure which one yet. Maybe Diamond. I I do want to do Pokemon Battle Revolution. I believe that was after Platinum. Because I think Battle Revolution would be fun to do on stream. So, yes, Diamond, it would be Pokemon, Diamond, Pokemon Platinum. I'm gonna check order release. Yeah, it's gonna be Diamond, Platinum, Heart Gold. No, it's gonna be Soul Silver, and Pokemon Battle Revolution. Gen 5, very straightforward. Black, then Black 2, or whichever one I have a second copy of. And Gen 6, also very straightforward. It's gonna be, I think I'm gonna do Pokemon. I have some duplicate copies because I got some of the copies of Pokemon games from my siblings. So I have some of these games twice over, which is very nice for this challenge. I think it's Pokemon X I have a second one of? Anyway, it's X and Y, and then Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire, whichever one of those I have. Gen 7, I believe it's going to be Pokemon Moon and Ultra Moon? No, it'd be Moon and Ultra Sun, because I would want to do the opposites for those two. Just that we have access to all the Pokemon. And then it gets straightforward, a little bit more straightforward from there on. So, yes. I'm going to be doing I'm going to do one remake for each set of games. And a handful of spin-off games. And by the time I get through Generation 9, I'm fairly certain that Generation 10 will be around. Because I'm thinking about doing this as a once a week thing on, what's today? Probably Thursdays, to be honest. I'm just doing it Wednesday for right now because, and this is going to tie a little bit into real life stuff. After I move here in January, because I'm planning on moving in January, I just need to find one tiny thing first before I get everything all set up for that. Once I move in January, I'm going to be getting a job. Schedule's going to be entirely changed. And yeah. But to be honest, the Generations Challenge was not what I had planned for today. What I had planned for today instead was working on the personal project for Pokemon Stadium, getting a bunch of Pokemon caught, trained up, and ready for battle. But upon booting up all my Gen 1 games, all my save files are gone. And I'm pretty sure that all my batteries in my Gen 2 games are dead, which means I have no save files there either. So I'm like, you know what? I want to work on this project. I'm going to play through 2 generations already. Screw it, we're getting started on the Generations Challenge instead. So, after this week, this will be moving to Thursdays. And yeah, we're going to have a nice fun time with the Generations Challenge. But let's kick it off right now. Today, I'm going to have to switch my BRB screen to get this all set up. With Pokemon Red. And it's not... Hold on a moment, something's going on here. Why does that say... Oh, I know what is this new game. Oh, that's weird. Okay, cool. Everything is working. There's also a decent chance that my battery is dead in my Gen 1 games, and that's why I don't have a save file here. Or it could be due to other shenanigans. There we go. I do not know. But we're gonna get started off by playing Pokemon Red here. Yes, Professor Oak. Others use him to fights. Myself, Professor Oak. I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? Now we're gonna input my own name here. We're gonna be on brand for naming conventions of about everything here. So, for a while, we're gonna have all caps names. Rival for Gen 1. I think it would be fun to name my rivals after various friends. So I think this one, we're gonna name Yeet. No, 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 no. This one doesn't have yeet energy. I know exactly which rival yeet is gonna be. I think for this one, we might actually keep it nice and simple. Oh, I know. Spencer. I have a friend named Spencer, so now our first rival is Spencer. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! That doesn't happen for another good while. First thing we're gonna do is change the text speed to fast. Right, and so we're gonna get into various parts of the Generations Challenge as we go through each game. One thing I'm gonna do is I want to show off as much of each set of games as possible. So, hey, all boys leave home someday. It sets on TV. Professor Oak next door is looking for you. There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. Hi guys, and Spencer's out at Grandpa's lab. Well, let's go talk to Spencer really quick. Your Pokemon is Professor Oak's aide. Professor Oak is the authority on Pokemon. Many Pokemon trainers hold him in high regard. I'll say Pokemon as Professor Oak's aide. Yo, Kaizen, Gramps isn't around. An encyclopedia-like, but the pages are blank. An email message here. Calling all Pokemon trainers. The deep trainers of Pokemon League are ready to take on all comers. Bring your best Pokemon and see how you rate as a trainer. Pokemon League HQ Indigo Plateau. P.S. Professor Oak, please visit us. First, start to open the menu. The save option on the menu screen is on the menu screen. Ah, so it is. So, well, I have personally played through Pokemon Red and Blue countless times at this point, because they're just so, they're very quick games to sit down and play through. I do want to take my time to actually sit down and explore a little bit, because I've not done that in quite a while. Hey, wait! Don't go out! It's unsafe! Wild Pokemon live in tall grass! You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Spencer, let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Kaisen. There are 3 Pokemon here. They're inside the Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. My old age, I only have 3 left, but you can have one. Choose. Hey, Gramps, wait, what about me? Be patient, Spencer. You can have one too. Alright, so I do actually have opinions on which starter is actually the best one to go for in the Kanto region. I do love that. So I think this is also the only Pokemon game that shows you the Dex entry for the Pokemon before you select it. So we have Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. Very interesting order to put this in, but I personally think that Squirtle is the best starter for at least Generation 1. Just playing through Red and Blue, I think Squirtle is the best Pokemon to go for, and yes, I will be nicknaming all of my Pokemon for the entirety of this challenge, at least the ones that I want to use on my team, or that I think I would want to use. So for Squirtle, what do I want to nickname you? Is that how you spell that? Hold on. H there. There we go. Pistachio. I will not elaborate on that nickname. If you know, you know. I'll take this one then. Of course he goes for the one that's stronger than my Pokemon. Wait, Kaisen, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on! Spencer wants to fight. It's just another Bulbasaur. Go, Pistachio! Well, we really only have one option here. I think we're dealing about the same amount of damage. Ayy! Where is Tail Whip? I mean, that was a good call from me. Oh my gosh, I might actually do this because this battle is just so slow. On us to get critical hits! Two crits in a row, let's go! Pistachio! What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon! Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Kaisen, Gramps, smell you later! Don't be sniffing me. You don't know, you don't know where I've been. But hey, I now have my first Pokemon. A lovely Squirtle named Pistachio. So I think I know generally my thoughts on Generation 1. Seeing as I've played through it several times throughout the years. Also, I made it through Route 1 with no encounters. Hey, you came from Palatown. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? I got Oak's parcel. I do love that on the return to Pallet Town, you can just jump over all these ledges and not get into any encounters for sure. Ah, and as soon as I say that, it's a Pidgey. So I think what I'm going to be doing for my playthrough of Pokemon Red here is, it's going to be a little bit weird. A little bit non-standard. Oh, Kaisen, how's my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What? You have something for me? Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. Gramps! What did you call me for? Alright, I have a request of you two. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Kaisen and Spencer, take these with you. Oh, I got a Pokedex. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old, I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Kaisen, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell you not to lend you one. It is so awkward that so little text fits on the screen here. But yes, you can talk to I believe her name is Daisy here? Grandpa asked you to run an errand. Here, this will help you. And you can get a town map. Which is, honestly, if you've played this game before, not super useful, but it does tell you, show you where all the things in the Kanto region are. We will not be using that super often. So fighting a wild Pokemon. I am not entirely certain how I want to go about doing that. I think I have an idea that I just came up with off the top of my head. Also, if I recall correctly, can't you get some Pokeballs from one of the aides here? Is it you? No, okay. So you don't even get any Pokeballs to start off with. Beautiful. I don't want to talk too much about Gen 1 of Pokemon, because I want this to be a little bit of a more historical looking at the games as we come across things throughout each game. We're gonna start implementing my idea right here. The idea I have is I want to battle one of each Pokemon that we can find in the wild here. Which means, yeah, several Pokemon we will be fighting multiple times throughout the journey. Some Pokemon, barely at all. I think I will go back and actually fight a Pidgey as well. And I think the way that I want to keep track of this is I want to fight these Pokemon as soon as we can encounter them. That way it's a little bit easier to keep track of. So for Route 1 here, all we have is Pidgey and Rattata. Very easy to keep track of here, and we're already level 7 just for taking down 2 Pokemon. Ideally, I think another thing I want to do is by the end of the game, is have fought every single trainer, which will be fine up to a point. Because some of these games I'm going to be doing something really weird. Oh, wait, before I go over that way, I want to pick up some Pokeballs. I'm going to buy... let's go for 10. Spend most of the money we have. Ooh, right. Also, this is not something you would know until later, but if you interact with this tree, you can find a free potion. Which I don't think is super uncommon for people to know about, but I want to show off as many things as possible, even if it's something that a lot of people would know, because not everyone knows everything about Pokemon. So here we have a new route, and some new Pokemon to find, so I think what I'm going to do to keep track of all the Pokemon I can encounter is I'm going to put up a map. So I can keep track of all the Pokemon we can find here. There are 3 new Pokemon to encounter here. One of which I might be throwing on my team. I am uncertain. Um, this is not the Pokemon I was thinking of, even though this is... Nidoran does evolve into my favorite Pokemon of all time. But I will not be using Nidoran male here. Oh, right. Also, one way I think I mentioned that, like, across all my teams throughout the entire Generations Challenge, I cannot use the same Pokemon on two separate teams. So, because I'm using a Squirtle here, later on in any other game where I can pick up a Squirtle, I'm not allowed to use it on my team. And I'm classifying team as the team of 6 Pokemon I have on me when I go through the Elite Four / reach the end credits. And make that distinction specifically for Pokemon Black and White, which, well, that will become evident when we get there. Here's another new Pokemon. I was gonna say, I think we do actually out-damage the Spearow here, but after that growl, maybe not. Oh, not unless we get a critical hit. Pistachio with these critical hits! Freaking, okay, there's a 1 in 256. So, Tackle normally has a 100% chance of hitting. Or is it actually 95 in this? But there is a 1 in 256 chance that it actually misses. And we just saw that twice in a row, which is not fantastic. I will be going back and healing, and there's one more Pokemon we need to encounter over there. Yes, I do want to make it a point to have battled every Pokemon we can encounter, with a handful being ones that we only catch or not knock out. Yes, I do want to try to find this last Pokemon on this route. The issue is it's a 5% chance to find, so... the fact that I'm looking at potentially encountering it twice? We are at our first little roadblock here. Which, that's a fun thing about making up rules on the fly, is that I now have to adhere to them. So this will actually draw out this playthrough a little bit longer than I thought, but it's fine. It's fine. We're here for the fun of it. And trust me, this isn't even going to be the most difficult encounter here. In this game. There's one that's going to be even more obnoxious. I'm not entirely certain. Actually, will be that annoying? I actually don't think so now that I think about it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and catch this one, because I may want to use this one on my team. I'm like, well, 50-50 on it at the moment. Yeah, I can cut that later. Okay, Done with the Pokeball. And there we go, we have potentially our next team member. A Nidoran female, the poison pin Pokemon. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. Yes, we will give a nickname to this Nidoran. Well, I think we have a bit of a naming convention going on already, so let's go... Walnut. I guess we're just naming up my entire team after different kinds of nuts? Which was not the plan, but, okay. Okay, and now we have to go fight another one of those. So I think what I may wind up doing is... we're gonna heal up pretty quick, trying to find another Nidoran female. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna count battling a Pokemon as either knocking out or encountering, or catching. These seem to have definition that Pokemon Sword and Shield has. Or just, a lot of games that keep track of Pokemon encountered, Pokemon battled. Because encountering and battling are two different things, so. There is actually another reason we're coming over here really quick. Because this is an optional fight that I'm going to save before, because I do want to win this, try and get as much experience as possible. Hey, Kaisen! You're going to the Pokemon League? Forget it! You probably don't have any badges! The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Yes, actually, and we also have another Pokemon. Like you do. Got a Pidgey. Go! It's level 9. I did not plan for a level 9 Pidgey to pop out. Because we're only level 7. I'm gonna use a Tail Whip here. We do have a potion that I may wind up using. Because we are fairly early on. Ah, Sand Attack. Cheap strats. Really? I already missed twice? This does not feel worth it. How do I do this? I think it's... There we go. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sit there. I value my time. There's another trainer battle right there. I'm not gonna do it. Because I don't want to get super over leveled for each gym. Like, well, that would be a nice bit of experience gotten right there. Nah. Just nah. Alright, so next up we have... we have Route 2. And there appears to be one new Pokemon that we're going to encounter here. And so we will be encountering it. And there it is! We will encounter and battle this level 3 Weedle as I hope, hopefully... some decent experience here. But definitely the first bit of experience that Walnut's gonna get. That was a critical hit. Yeah, Walnut's not gonna hit particularly hard. However, poison types cannot get poisoned, so some very nice, I guess, counter strats to any poison types you find here. I'm gonna heal up really quick. We're gonna buy some potions. I may actually go a little bit south and pick up a potion that I missed. Just prep a little bit. Just that way I'm not going back to this Pokemon Center 20 different times. Hey, where is this dude? All the way back at the beginning. Oh, actually, I might have missed it. Oh, nope, there you are. Okay. New potion. We now have 2 potions. They heal up 20 HP per use. Ready? This Pidgey is faster than me. That's a little bit annoying, but what can you do? One more quick little heal, and then we go buy some potions and not have to worry about coming back here again. Until much later. Alright, I'm gonna go for, I'm thinking 5 potions should do it. If I can even buy 5. I can't buy any. You can't buy any potions here? Wild. You can buy burn heals, but you're not gonna encounter for a good long while. Antidotes make sense. Paralyzed heal, eh. But the fact that I can't buy potions in the first town, that's kind of wild. Am I going to Viridian Forest? Be careful, it's a natural maze. Rattata may be small, but its bite is wicked. Did I get one? No, I'm not using Rattata. Let's see, I believe... Yes, there's an antidote in that tree right there. I thought there was an item around there. Oh well. Free Pokeball. You'll love to see it. Wait, there's one over here? Nope. Okay. Viridian Forest. I believe we do actually have some new encounters here. Yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 new encounters here. Let me leave! So, okay, the reason why Walnut's not... Why I'm having trouble escaping from some Pokemon with Walnut here. It's because Walnut's a little bit on the slow side. If your speed set's lower than the opposing Pokemon speed set, a wild Pokemon speed set, not only are you going to move second in the battle, you're also going to have a harder time running away. Oh yeah, we're not going to be dealing any damage here. But this might be a good level up for Walnut if we just knock out this Weedle with Walnuts. I'm gonna endure this. Please, Walnut's gonna get a better move soon. Yeah. So one thing to keep in mind with Generation 1 of Pokemon is that the level up moveset for Pokemon is not great, especially compared to newer generations. And so battles tend to be a little bit more drawn out. Hey, Walnut's level 5! We skipped level 4! And here we have a Caterpie, which I may actually switch out Walnut for. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, just that way Pistachio can get some experience here. Because I do want Pistachio to reach, I think it's level 9? So what I may wind up doing here is I may put Pistachio back in the lead and use Pistachio until it gets up to level 9. Hey, level 8. Oh, there we go. That's the move I actually wanted for the upcoming gym. So let me do a little bit of reconnaissance here and see what level I'm looking for the next gym. Okay, so I can't surpass level 14. I think that's gonna be no problem. We have another bug catcher with a Weedle. As we've learned, Walnut just walls out Weedles. It doesn't deal good damage. Oh, stop missing, please. Is Tackle actually 100% accurate? No, it's only 95. That explains a lot. It must be Scratch then, right? Okay, Scratch is 100 accurate. Got it. Another Weedle down. We're skipping levels. Went straight to level 7. So we actually might can get a better move here if we don't level up past 8, because Generation 1 has a very weird system going on here, where if your Pokemon levels up past when they would learn a move, they just would not learn that move. Oh, and here we have a good example of the difference between a physical attack and a special attack, now that we have Bubble. So Kakuna is using Harden, which raises its physical defense, so Tackle would be dealing a lot less damage, because Tackle is a normal type move. Physical and special is dictated by what type the move is, rather than the move itself. So for example, Hyper Beam in the newer games would be a special attack. But because it's a normal type move in Generation 1, it is a physical attack. So with Harden, even Hyper Beam would be dealing less damage than normal. But Bubble is a water type move, and water type moves are all special. So because this Kakuna is using Harden, I'm getting around that whole defense boost by using Bubble. Also because we're using a move that is the same type as Pistachio, water, for both Pistachio and Bubble, we are doing a little bit extra damage, known as same type attack boost, or stab for short. I'm a little bit hesitant to use just Walnut here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spam tackle for a moment. We get a little bit lower. I think one more tackle should be fine. And then we're gonna switch to Pistachio here, and we're gonna just knock out with a Bubble, I guess. Hopefully we don't get poisoned. It's fine if we do actually have an antidote. Just conserve PP here. We're gonna knock out this Weedle with Tackle. Okay. Let's check out experience the next level for 19 for Nidoran. So what I might do here is another antidote. I might try to get an encounter going on here. Just so I can safely level up Walnut. Because if we knock out a Pokemon from a trainer, you actually do get more experience in knocking out a wild Pokemon. Not only because their Pokemon tend to be higher leveled, but also because it's a trainer's Pokemon. So we need to knock out this Caterpie anyway for the encounter clause I have here. I also need to find 3 more Pokemon. Okay. So what I might do at the end here is I might grind out for these last 2 Pokemon that I need to encounter. One of which I'm probably going to catch, but will not remain on my team. So we're catching just a catch. One thing I may also try and do at some point is also, I think I may actually change the whole like knocking out as counting for encountering. We're gonna change that role up a little bit. And I do actually want to complete each Pokedex as we go along as well. So, but we may spend some time in future streams once we get a little bit more geared up catching Pokemon. Because I think starting off catching Pokemon, especially in these earlier games, is 1, not super feasible, and 2, let's see, do I want to heal up here? Maybe as I need. Maybe as I need. But we're gonna save because I believe this trainer is a bit of a pain in the butt. This trainer really? Well, we do have Scratch now, so we are technically dealing more damage. Definitely more than this Weedle is. And this right here is actually a little bit why I want to use Nidoran Female specifically. Because 1, I'm probably never going to use Nidoran Female outside of Generation 1. Or earlier on. And also, the Nidoran female line tends to be a little bit bulkier than the male counterparts. The trade-off is that the male counterparts deal more damage. But yeah, no, we got out of there pretty unscathed. Oh, but I do need to go. Yeah, we're gonna try and catch one of these Pokemon right now. So yeah, I'm going to amend the whole like knocking out kind of as batting thing. We're gonna change that strictly for catching all the Pokemon in each generation. So, and this would be particularly useful for my Gens 1 and 2 playthroughs because, and Gen 4 actually. Just due to how the additional games I want to play, Pokemon Stadium, Stadium 2, and Pokemon Battle Revolution, how those actually interact with the main series games, you can use Pokemon from your playthroughs there in those games. Which I will have to figure out how my whole rule set there is going to work out. The whole not using the same Pokemon across 2 different games rule. It could just be that I build up entirely new Pokemon outside of the 6 I use for these games. For the main series games, for those games. For Exeggue of Darkness and Colosseum, I might be a little bit lenient on that rule just due to how restrictive those games are. I do know that at the present moment I'm completely in the clear for those. Simply due to the fact that neither Nidoran nor Squirtle are in either game. Yes, we're here grinding out yet another 5% encounter. Because I think it would be fun to catch this Pokemon earlier on. And there it is! And in an effort to not try and knock this out, we're gonna use Tackle here. Beautiful. Now we spam some Pokeballs and try and catch it. I should have saved. Ooh, Thundershock is not super great to see here. I'm gonna use a potion actually. This Pistachio for sure is not going to like to see Thunderbolt at all. And there we go. We caught ourselves a Pikachu. Pikachu, the mass Pokemon. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build and cause lightning storms. We're not gonna give a nickname to Pikachu quite yet. I might have some ideas there later on. Actually, I know exactly which game we're gonna be using Pikachu on our team for, so. Which is on the roadside, I think we can cut down by a special Pokemon move. Many Pokemon live only in forests and caves. You need to look everywhere to get different kinds. Alright, so. We have made it to Pewter City. No, we're not gonna spam the A button here. It's all cute. Pokemon get drowsy. He gets sleepy too. I didn't actually put on Pokemon sleep. Nope. Okay, cool. Let's go and talk to some people around here really quick. Pokemon become easier to catch when they are hurt or asleep, but it's not a sure thing. Pokemon learn new techniques as they grow, but some moves must be taught by the trainer. I think he's referencing TMs, which I'll get to later. Actually, in a bit here. Legendary series, Pokemon trainers here, they're all like bug catchers, but pewter gyms, Brock is totally into it. Well, yeah, because, well, rock type gym leader. Or is he? Oh no, not checked out the museum. No. Getting dragged to the museum, which I guess we'll check out here in a bit. We're gonna be taking a bit of an ad break here to get stretch my legs and maybe get a little snack. We shall see. And there it is. So I will be back momentarily. And we'll actually pause the music and here we go. Looks like we are back. Yes, indeed, here we are. So, we are going into... Actually, before we go into this gym here, I will be putting away my Pikachu. You can do so by going to your PC, accessing someone's PC, and depositing the Pokemon. And now, we are going to enter into its upcoming gym, and I think I will want Pistachio in the lead here, and pretty much just taking out this entire gym. Stop right there, kid. You're still light years from facing Brock. Junior trainer wants to fight. He has a Diglett. I have a Pistachio. With a lovely, lovely water type move. Now, Diglett is indeed faster than us, but we hit harder. And we are now level 10. Now, as long as we don't exceed level 14, we are fine. And I think it's pretty much impossible for us to exceed level 14. I think we're fine to just use Bubble here. Oh! Ah! That's fine. We're gonna have Walnut come in and take the KO here. Walnut's also level 10 now. I actually will go back and heal. Because this is, the challenge here is not to make the games particularly hard. Especially some of the earlier games with the whack level up movesets. I'll touch on that when we get there. Because that's not particularly evident right now. Like Scratch, Tackle, Bubble. Like, that's pretty par for the course this early on. Although, I will... we'll talk about it later, because it's about the evolution throughout the years. So, for this game, it's standard. It's about right. You're not particularly strong. It's a little bit drawn out. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter Gym's leader. I believe in rock hard defense and determination. That's why all my Pokemon are all rock type. You so want to challenge me? Fine then. Show me your best. So, I would argue that, well, yes, Brock does indeed use rock-type Pokemon. His gym is not a rock-type gym. I would argue it's a ground-type gym. Because the first junior fight has a Diglett and a Sandshrew, both are pure ground types. Geodude is a rock ground-type Pokemon. And Onix is also rock ground. So, a Brock is running a ground type gym. So now that we're at our first gym, our first actual progress point here, ranking these starters, you have from, I guess, like, easiest to hardest for taking on Brock here. Pistachio actually winds up being the easiest because the move Bubble that you get at level 8 comes so much earlier than Bulbasaur's Vine Whip at level 11. And both Bubble and Vine Whip are 4 times effective against both Geodude and Onix. Or regularly, or one times effective, so two times effective rather, against the Sandshrew and Diglett you come up against. Charmander has such a hard time here. Like, yeah, Charmander can take on the trainer, no problem, the Diglett and Sandshrew trainer. That's fine. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult because you're not gonna be hitting super effectively. You are gonna be hitting, especially though with Ember, because turns out all 3 starters here, their stab type moves, so fire, water, grass, are all special attacks. So you are piercing that physical defense a little bit. You're not going over that. You're using the opposing Pokemon special stat. But you do run into a little bit of a problem with Geodude and Onix Not because they're carrying rock-type moves, they're actually not. But more so because they resist everything that Charmander is going to use against it, which would be Scratch and Ember. Both of those moves are resisted by rock types. So, yeah, no, Charmander has a bit of a harder time. Granted, Geodude and Onix do not have high special stats, so they are going to take more damage from Ember than they will Scratch, but it's still going to be significantly less damage than Bubble or Vine Whip from Squirtle and Bulbasaur. So against the first gym leader, you can't go wrong with Squirtle or Bulbasaur. We got the Boulder Badge. That's an official Pokemon League badge. Its bearer's Pokemon become more powerful. The Technique Flash can now be used at any time. Wait, take this with you. Ah, Team 34. A team contains a technique that can be taught to Pokemon. A team is good only once. So when you want to teach a new technique, pick the Pokemon carefully. Team 34 contains Bide. Your Pokemon will absorb damage in battle and pay it back double. And exactly as Brock said there. Teams are useful for teaching more. I just realized a thing, I think. Hold on a moment, I'm gonna check a thing. Aha! But I believe I can change this on the fly. Okay. So I just realized I was streaming at a much lower frame rate than I typically do, and I do not know how that happened. But I fixed it, so we're all good now. But yes, we now have a level 12 Pistachio and a level 10 Walnut, so let me go ahead and see what the next Gym Leader's team is at in terms of level. Okay, we should be very easy to stay within and stay underneath that. So we're gonna move Walnut to the front here for a little bit. And now we have Route 3. Let's see. Are there any Pokemon here I want to pick up? No, not really. Interesting. Okay. So I will probably be taking a handful of just going back to Cerulean and healing here trips. Because I do want to fight all the trainers on this route. Yes, please miss all your sand attacks. Yes, keep missing sand attack. You'll love to see it. Ah, there's the first actual connect. It's fine. We can just switch out and get rid of the stat drop there. Yes, if your Pokemon stats are dropped, like sand attack dropping your accuracy, you can switch your Pokemon out, and it gets rid of any stat drops you have. So now the accuracy drop on Walnut is gone. And I will be making use of that liberally throughout the entire challenge. I'm actually going to switch here. Partially to get rid of the dinging sound there. It's fine. It's literally the last move of the game. Okay, no, it's not. Now we're playing the stupid luck game. Pistachio's level 13. So it's not evident why yet. I think Squirtle is the best starter for the Kanto region. And it probably won't be evident for a while, but I will be sure to point it out. Alright. Yeah, this rout's gonna be particularly slow. You met me in Viridian Forest? Did you really? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. You're just a bug catcher. Now we're getting back to spamming Scratch here. Yeah, we're just gonna keep Wana out, especially against Weedles. That's empty. I need to grab another drink. Come on, really? 1 HP? That's ridiculous. Come on, Walnut. Hey, level 12 Walnut. Yeah, we're seeing a bunch of the same Pokemon so far. We're seeing them primarily from a bunch of the same trainer class. So we've seen a bunch of Pidgey, a bunch of Weedle, a bunch of Caterpie. I don't think we've even seen our Tata yet from a trainer. And that's partially because trainer classes tend to have types of Pokemon they prefer. Sometimes it's an aesthetic. Youngsters tend to have relatively weaker Pokemon, like Rattata here. But this guy is iconic. I like shorts, they're comfy and easy to wear. Well, this Rattata just cannot land a hit. Ooh, Quick Attack is a particularly interesting move. It actually has increased speed priority. So let's say that there were two Rattata that one was a higher speed than the other, and the slower Rattata uses Quick Attack. The slower Rattata would actually go first. Oh, here we go, Ekans. That's actually a new Pokemon. In fact, one we can't even catch right now. Oh, and there's a particularly annoying move right there. Wrap. Let's hope we don't get hit by that. Leer is fine. And now it's less fine. Because now we're wrapped. Where we cannot attack until the wrap is over. And it goes from 2 to 3 turns up. 2 to 5 turns up, Dave. So if you're up against Pokemon that has wrap, you want to make sure you're faster. Because otherwise you can just get locked into wrap. Or luck from attacking by wrap. If the randomness does not go particularly well. You know what? I have money. I could probably just heal up using potions. And I think you can buy them now! Yes, I can actually buy potions. I'm gonna buy 10. I mean, like, all my money. I don't even have money for an escape rope. Oh no. Alright, let's move Pistachio to the frontier for a moment. Now, these two trainers right here are in a particularly annoying configuration. If you try to go behind that trainer, this one spots you and just battles you. Last is to prefer cuter Pokemon, which is weird that Rattata's here. I wouldn't particularly classify Rattata as cute. Weak, sure, but not about cute. Now we're gonna switch back into Walnut. Didn't need to run versus didn't need to run fight. Now because I am a higher level than this Nidoran, I can see us having nope, never mind, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm getting more damage. Ah! There we go. Horn attack. Definitely stronger than Scratch. I'm gonna use some of my potions. Just to save a trip back to Cuter. I'm indeed a trainer. It's another bug catcher with Weedle. Oh, there's a poison status effect. Alright, we're switching to Walnut for this then. Because like I said, poison types cannot get poisoned. And now we just spam Scratch for the next little bit. I will switch to Pistachio here. And the first thing I'm doing is using an antidote. Because we have two of them, we might as well use one. Because I'm not going to sit here and just spam Scratch while this thing just spams Harden. Now if I can get a special attack move on Walnut, then yeah, sure, we can keep Walnut out against all Kakunas, but that probably won't be for a while. If at all. I mean, probably won't put one. We'll see. Second verse, same as the first. Another Pokemon that likes to spam Harden. So we're just gonna spam a move that does not get affected by Harden. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna put Walnut in the lead here. We're just gonna fight all the trainers. We're gonna fight all the trainers. Hey, you're not wearing shorts! Yeah, I guess I'm not, huh? So let's fight. He has a Spearow. Oh, that's about 14. Probably to make up for the fact that he has just one Pokemon. I mean, if I can get more critical hits, I might just keep one out. Oh, that thing is doing a lot of damage. Okay, yeah, sure, just win that Walnut. Just win it. Ah, Poison Sting. Not a particularly great move. It's not super strong. It does, however, have a chance of inflicting poison onto the opposing Pokemon, which is not bad. It deals, I think it's 1/8 of the opponent's HP each time they put in a move. I don't know if it works with Wrap, though. I figured if I was going to go around anyway, just to fight that one trainer, I might as well just come back and heal. You can fight your new Pokemon? Ooh boy, can I? It's a bug catcher with more bugs! Oh boy! Actually, wait, hold on. Is Bug actually weak to poison on this? Like that's right, that error does exist. I forgot about that. Bug is weak to poison. Oh, Walnut just got better against these bug catchers with Caterpie. I am still gonna switch over to Pistachio against these hardening Pokemon. Good news, we are almost out of this route. Pistachio is level 15. Learned Water Gun! That's a much better water type move than Bubble. Bubble does have the benefit of having the chance of lowering the opponent's speed, which I do really like. Eek! Did you touch me? No. No, I was nowhere near you. No touching here. The last one's to fight. She has a... Oh, Jigglypuff. This thing can be particularly annoying. Let's see if we can get some poison off on it. We're gonna try a couple of poison stings here. Try to poison it. And that right there is why Jigglypuff can be annoying. Because if Sing lands, your Pokemon is put to sleep. While your Pokemon is asleep, they cannot attack. And they have a chance of waking up. But in Generation 1 in particular, well, you're going to find out why it's particularly annoying in Gen 1. The turn you wake up, you can't do anything. Well, there goes my... Alright, disables a random move, not the last one you used. Right, Gen 1 is held together by duct tape and toothpicks. I don't have an awakening, but I do have coming up here in just a moment. I'll come back and fight that trainer in just a second here. There's a Pokemon Center right here, and I believe right here... No? Yeah, I guess just the, nothing there. Cool. Thank you for healing my Pokemon. Okay, and there's one more trainer down here to fight. I think. Oh, maybe not. Alright then. Let's see. I want to check something out really quick. Give me one moment. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Okay. Alright, well, we're going in. And here we have Mount Moon, home of Zubat! Everyone's favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, right? So now that we're in Mount Moon, are there any Pokemon here I want to catch? There might be one Pokemon of anything. Let me double check something with that right quick. Maybe. I'm considering it. But we have a good amount of items to pick up around here as well, so we're gonna be enduring a lot of Zubats. Team 12. What move was that again? Water Gun, which we already have. A potion, very nice. I'd love to see that. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? Bugcatcher wants to fight. Has a Weedle. Who would have thought? Now, Weedle is part poison itself, and poison resists poison. So, Poison Sting actually does neutral damage despite saying it's super effective. So, I'm actually going to get more damage out of Scratch than I will Poison Sting. If it was a Caterpie, it would be straight up super effective. Well, that's level 15! But use a Kakuna? Yes, we are going to switch into Pistachio, our cocoon killer. Oh, we can two-shot this with water gun. That's beautiful. You love to see it. We put Pistachio in the lead here. What? I'm waiting for my friends to find me here. You have friends here? Why are you guys exploring a cave? A random ass cave? A Clefairy? That's actually a really rare Pokemon. That's a 1% chance to find it in this area in particular. So good job finding a Clefairy here. I'm actually debating on using one for this playthrough. I might actually, after the stream, sit down and figure out which Pokemon. Well, I might just catch one anyway just to have one. Pistachio's level 16. You know what that means, right? What? Pistachio's evolving! We go from this cute little turtle into a smug little guy. So when a Pokemon evolves, its stats tend to change. Usually, a lot of them go up in power, up in number. So I didn't check out Pistachio before level 16, but we are going to be taking a lot more damage and getting more damage because we have leveled up. So that is beautiful. Now, I'm not going to give an in-depth review of every Pokemon we come across. That'd just be ridiculous. What? Don't sneak up on me. That'd be absolutely ridiculous. Ah, super nerd. With the Magnemites. Okay. Could be spamming Scratch here. Now, Magnemite is particularly physically defensive. Like, this is going to take 4 scratches from us. Voltorb is particularly fast. But not super bulky, I don't believe. As it looks like it's going to take about as many scratches as Magnemite did. Ah, Screech lowers defense by 2 stages as opposed to Leer's 1, or Tailweb's 1. And each time your defense stat is lowered, it's lowered by 50%. So Screech lowers it by 100%, so you have... That's incorrect. 50% each time. Nope, don't listen to me. I'm rambling on about numbers. I'm bad with numbers. What? It's evolving? That's right, we now have a neat arena. Another potion. Alright, I should get neat arena stats really quick. They're getting much higher stats in general. Actually, how's it? Let's see, special. So 28 attack, 27 special. Those are your offensive stats. 27 attack, 28 special. So I think it's a little bit flipped there from what I saw. Yeah, so Ooh, a rare candy. That allows me to increase my Pokemon's level by 1 for each rare candy I use. That's 1, so I can increase it by 1. Actually, you know what? Go through this cave to get to Cerulean City. Oh, good to know. It's Bugcatcher, of course. Oh, we can see just how much stronger Wanna is now that she's evolved. Well, that was a critical hit, but that should give a pretty good indication. Oh, do you have more Caterpies? Let's keep Wanna out for this Metapod, because we are going to be faster than it, no problem. Oh yeah, that's some good damage. So, probably 3 Poison Stings, because Harden's gonna... yeah. There we go. Now this is looking good. I'm gonna check a thing really quick. Ooh, a Paris. That would be a bad idea for a grass type Pokemon. Except I think it actually is. Let me double check that really quick. Yeah, it's kind of a... So, Paris is neat, because it does get an exclusive move later on. At level 27, 3 levels after it would normally evolve, it gets Spore, which is guaranteed to put the opposing Pokemon to sleep. But, it's not particularly great. Except there's a very funny thing you can do with it now that I think about it. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna entertain that idea really quick. I wanna check a thing. Good, we're just gonna catch it. Come on. Yeah, so Paris is gonna have 2 moves. Nope, 1 move, just Scratch. It doesn't get another move until level 13. Paris, the mushroom Pokemon, burrows to suck the tree roots. The mushrooms on its back grow by drawing nutrients from the bug host. It also just occurred to me that I forgot to show off a thing. So, I would be going back to the Pokemon Center for a handful of reasons. Oh, free escape rope. This also gives me more chances to encounter the 1% encounter here, the Clefairy, that I will be catching, in case I want to use it. Oh, that's dead end. Here we go. Ah, Geodude. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna heal. And this guy right here. Hello there. Have I got a deal just for you? I'll let you have this swell Magikarp just for 500 $. Oh, what do you say? A Pokemon just for money? I don't have to catch it? Ooh. I want to give the Magikarp a nickname? Nah. We now have a Magikarp. It is useless. It only has Splash. A move that does nothing. So we are indeed going to box it. Pause the Pokemon. Goodbye, Magikarp, going to the box. And I think we're also going to put Paris in the box for now. Because I'm thinking of... So, okay, here's my thought process with Paris, okay? Paris has the potential to be alright for a gym later on. I will have to get it up. What is that? It's level 8, 19 levels to get Spore on it, and that's a move I really want on it. No, actually, I don't have to worry about. Okay, so that it gets to level 30. Nice. Which wouldn't be too terribly bad. So Paris also gets Spore. I'm thinking of Shroomish later on. So the fun idea I have with I could just catch up in the Safari Zone. I wouldn't even have to worry about training up a Paris then. Ooh. In that case, never mind. Never mind all of that thought process. We're not gonna be using Paris. Not at all. It's not good. But I might wind up using its evolution. Because I think that would be kind of goofy. Oh, we got a guy there. And an HP up. Isn't there also... Am I thinking a different spot? I might be thinking of a different spot. Oh, a Clefairy! We will be catching this. It should be bulky enough to survive a scratch, yeah? Oh yeah, no problem. I can probably survive too. Now there's a decent chance that we actually don't catch Clefairy here. Oh, we caught it! Let's go! Clefairy, the fairy Pokemon. Its magical and cute appeal has many admirers. It is rare and found only in certain areas. Nah. I do I'm considering using Clefairy actually. I'm seriously considering using Clefairy. Ah, a rocket! Ah, Sandshrew. I should probably switch out from Walnut here. But let's see how much damage Walnut can do. Yeah, I'm switching. Sand attack. I hope this knocks it out from there. Hey, it does! Ta-da, we can switch back into walnut for that one. Oh, that was a 1 in 256 chance for scratch to miss. Okay. There's quick attack coming into play there. Oh, come on! Walnut's level 17. I will switch into pistachio here. I think I use a potion on walnut after this battle. Ooh. Supersonic status move deals no damage, 55 accuracy, so it hits a little bit over half the time. Will confuse the opponent if it lands. Confusion is just annoying. 50% chance that you hit yourself instead of the opposing Pokemon. Right, I need to heal a walnut. There's a potion, walnut. Getting kind of up there in levels. It's fine. I knew there was a trainer there. Wow, it's bigger in here than I thought. Ooh, an Oddish? That's not a good matchup for me. Yeah, we're gonna switch to Walnut for this. Oddish is a cute Pokemon. I do like Oddish. Ooh, good call on the switch out. Grass poison, so neutral damage with poison stings, so scratch it is. Walnut with just all the critical hits. Oh right, because critical hit is based a little bit on speed. Which still doesn't make sense, because I guess Walnut's a little bit faster than Pistachio. Bellsprout, keeping Walnut out, same typing. With a better move, not by much. I do find Web's actually still pretty weak in this game. Another ladder. What's down here? Ah, that's the room I was thinking of. Team 1. What is Team 1, you might ask? It is very simply a Mega Punch. We're gonna move. Okay, Pistachio isn't the lead here. Good. Putting a big job here. Get lost, kid. So glad that Supersonic is missing. Missing the damage roll by 1 point is a little bit annoying. No poison, please. Thank you. Level 17. That's what I want. That's not what I thought it was. I think I might put in the A input on the same frame I encountered a Pokemon there. Ah, nah. I just turned, I see. Another Clefairy? Wow. I think it's like 5% chance to encounter it in the, these little pockets right here. Oh my god! I should fight this trainer. Did I come to explore too? I guess? Kind of? Youngster wants to fight. Rattata. Little rat. I think I might start preserving my water guns a little bit because we are getting kind of low. We are nearly at the end of Mount Moon, I believe. But there's still a good amount of trainers left. Oh, critical hit. Nice. And there's a first supersonic land. We are confused. And there's hurting myself in confusion. Still confused. Use bubble. I think there's gonna be another potion used. I believe the last trainer of this room. Whoa, you shocked me! Oh, you're just a kid. I'm not just a kid, I'm gonna be the kid that kicks your butt. With my turtle. That critical hit was not needed. Like, at all. And we're gonna see why right here. Just one shots anyway. Pistachio's level 18. Alright, we're gonna move Walnut to the front here. Oh, there's an item right there. There's a moonstone I've been looking for. I swear there's a second one here. One moment, please. Oh, I guess not. Okay. We also have an ad break coming up in just a moment here, so I will be taking that to get up and stretch my legs. Oh! Hi! Hi, Twink. The chat's broken. I'm gonna fix that really quick. But we are at ad break now, so sorry. Is this? I'm changing this. Here we go. And now we're back. Alright, so we're back, and I believe I fixed the Twitch chat. So, hi! We're almost to Mount Moon! Almost! I have no repel, so we're stuck looking at Zubats. You know what? We're gonna use this Cliff Fairy. Our kids should leave grown-ups alone. Rocket wants to fight. Has Eradicate. I chose a bad time to put this Clefairy out. Oh no! Go Walnut. Has some decent damage with Quick Attack. And that's some not so decent damage with Scratch. Pistachio? Oh, now that's a strong move. That's a critical hit. Okay, good. The Raticate's gone. The scary rat's gone. Oh! Gonna need to heal off a lot of that damage. Gonna have to use 2 potions on both Walnut and Pistachio. But that's why I picked up 10 potions. How's the challenge so far? It's pretty good. It's just starting, and the real challenge is not so much the difficulty of the games or making the games more difficult. It's more so just the sheer amount of games. Like, we're looking at... I didn't even come up with the exact number. Definitely over 20. It's definitely over 20 games for sure. Yeah, I may have to do some switch training here. For Clefairy. Which, thinking a little bit about, what role Clefairy would play, I think I need something a little bit less well-rounded and something a little bit hard-hitting. I think Clefairy is going to be more tanky. I don't necessarily need tanky. Not supersonic. Oh, at least Walnut didn't hit herself in confusion. Walnut's level 18. Okay, we have just one battle left. Hey, stop! I found these fossils. They're both mine. Super nerd. Ah, right, Grimer. Is this one the physically bulky one or the physically bulky? Got it. We switch to Pistachio. Gonna be water gun. It's water gun, you bitch. That's what you get. Get critted by some bubbles, a loser. Double! A double crit, baby! Ultra, I am gonna switch back to the Clefairy. Try and get some switch training going on, so I have just another Pokemon I can train other Pokemon with. I think if I can solo this, maybe. If it locks in Screech once more, then we can definitely solo this. Nope, there's a tackle. Okay, good. Voltrope does not hit hard, and that's what we like to see. Let's switch into Walnut. And spam Scratch until we win. Yeah, no, Twitch tower's broke. It should be fixed now. I'm gonna test and see. Nope, hold on. Why is that not fixed? Oh, it is fixed. It's just slow. Why is it slow? We're taking the Helix fossil. And we're finally out of Mount Moon! Yay! A great ball? That could actually come in useful next stream, I think. TM4, which I don't know what that is. Whirlwind? That's useless! Alright, so we have a bit of a conundrum on our hands. Or do we? Alright, okay, so here's the conundrum. I'm trying to make sure that my Pokemon are not... do not exceed the level of the highest level Pokemon of the next gym leader, so we're looking at 21 for that. We're at level 18, so we have about 6 levels between both our Pokemon that I'm definitely using on my team. As anyway. I low-key kind of want to pick up another Pokemon for the team. The only issue is I have to get through 6 trainers first. 7 trainers first. So I have some options on how I can go about doing that. I do have Clefairy here, who can help us out getting through some trainers, but probably not by itself. And because I'm out of... well, I do have some other Pokemon I have access to. Hold on a moment. Not much, mind you. I have a Pikachu, a level 3 Pikachu, a Magikarp, and a Paris. I can also go catch a Rattata, Spearow, and Ekans. And maybe between... Ekans is not particularly great, I don't think. It's gonna be level 12 at highest, so it's gonna have Raptor, Poison Sting. That's not super great. Spearow would probably be the best bet, having Peck Growlithe and getting Fury Attack. Peck would be the best thing about it. And Rattata, if I catch that at level 12, is going to have Quick Attack for sure. 2 levels away from Hyper Fang? Ooh, I might just catch a Rattata. Which guess we would have a bit of a secondary team going on. with Clefairy Spiro Rattata. And that's honestly a little bit fun. You know, let's do that. Which brings to the question, what level were the Pokemon that I want to catch? What level would be? It'd be 14. 4 levels away from where we're currently at. And it honestly wouldn't have anything particularly great. Is it even worth it at that point? In fact, the blue counterpart would be even better. I think Red's honestly the harder game here. No, that's not. You can get Nidoran a lot easier. And is it even worth it at that point? Just out of curiosity. I think we honestly just going ahead and take on the next gym right now. So we have a bit of leeway with the Pokemon that we have on our team. Of levels between this gym and the next. Because right now we have 3 levels for this gym on Pistachio and Walnut. And we have, comparing level 18 to the next one, 6 levels for each one. So I think we honestly try and take on Misty. Yeah, I'm gonna lock that in. Yeah, okay. Sploosh! I'm up first up! It's a swimmer. He wants battle. Now, Horsey isn't particularly threatening, I don't think. But neither are we, being 4 levels lower and doing that much damage with a crit. So I think we're gonna switch to Walnut. Because I think Walnut's gonna be our best bet for actually doing well here. Shelter. Yeah, okay. I've got nothing else to really do here. It's not like we really have options at the moment. That was withdraw. We got the poison off, baby! Let's go! That wasn't a lot of damage. How much damage does poison do in this game? I think we'll probably be better off hitting this with a water gun at this point. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. hope we'll be fine. I do have a bit of an ace up my sleeve if I need to. If I need to go for it. Yeah, that's pathetic amount of damage. Of course you have supersonic. Why would it not have supersonic? Oh, that's just annoying. Why did Scratch deal so much little damage there? I'm just gonna Tail Whip, I guess. There we go. The fairy's level 13, yay! Learn Sing? Ooh. Pistachios level 19! Alright. I heal up Walnut here, gotta use 2 potions. And we're gonna also heal up Clefairy. Okay, up. How do I want to go about doing this? I mean, honestly, the smart move I think would be to use Pistachio. Start off using a couple of Tail Whips here. Hi, you're a new face. Trainers who want to turn pro have to have a policy about Pokemon. What is your approach when you catch Pokemon? My policy is all-out offensive with water-type Pokemon. Thank you, Misty. Let's start with the Tail Whip here. A good call on using Tail Whip here. We just neutralized the X defense. Also, all-out offense using water-type Pokemon starts off using a defensive item. There we go, half defense now. Okay. There, start you down. Yes, we are gonna switch into Clefairy here. Alright, Bubble Beam. Bubble Beam, take it big, and we miss. So glad we didn't get that crit on turn 1. I think some Tail Whips here are going to be a good idea here. I think I'm going to use 3, get its defense down to -2. I have no more healing items, do I? No, I do not. That should be fine, though. Even after using... I'm gonna poison Sting. We're gonna scratch. Trying to think that maybe I should have bought some more. Right, so critical hits can actually be a bad thing in this game? Can I... Why is this not working? There we go. I don't want to lose out on my money, so a fun fact, if I did not crit there, I actually would have won. So what happens in this game is that critical hits will ignore any stat changes on your Pokemon or the opposing Pokemon. And yes, that is stat changes, not stat drop, not stat drops or boosts, depending on what you're looking at. So in this game, if the opposing Pokemon's defense stat is lowered, and to get a critical hit, it acts as if that defense lowering is not there. So if I didn't crit there, I would have won. This game is infuriating sometimes. So do I try again and hope I don't get the crit, or do I go get some more healing items? At least, I think if I had at least one more potion, I would have won as well. Let's go see what healing items I can even get. Buy just straight up a potion. Okay. Well, let's buy 5 potions, I guess. Those were repels. 5 repels, 5 potions, I guess. The repels will be nice later on. Speaking of later on, I'm going to go ahead and put some items away in my PC. Kaisen's PC. Pause item. Town map, we don't need that at all. Team 34. Team 12. Rare candy. HP up. Team 1. The Helix fossil. Team 4. Okay. Let's check something really quick here. Okay, I think we'll do that. Yeah, okay. So the beautiful thing is, once we get past Misty here, we have nearly free roam of the entire game. We have Pistachio in the lead again. I do want to get past Misty today. Oh, the tackle miss was nice. I'm using an X defend. You'd love to see it. Ah, there's the X defend. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. We were gonna try the silly little strat that I had in mind. Or send that Clefairy to start off with. Against Starmie here. Water Gun's not gonna knock out because Bubble Beam didn't. And we get the sing-off, baby! Okay, we send Pistachio in. There's the X defend, cool. That's -1. I know that's not -1. Now we're at -2 with this tail whip here. I'm gonna get greedy and go for another one. Cool. We start locking in tackles, and it's still asleep! Let's go! Yeah, I think we got this now. Unless I miss tackle! Okay, just 2 more turns and we got this. We got this, baby! Please don't crit! Please do not land critical hits right now. That's not what I need. Thank you, Pistachio. We win! Wow, you're too much. Alright, you can have the Cascade Badge to show you beat me. The Cascade Badge makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey. That includes even outsiders. There's more. You can now use Cut anytime. You can cut down small bushes to open new paths. You can also have my favorite TM. TM 11. Which is, I believe, a Bubble Beam. Yep. Now, some would say that it would be smart to teach Pistachio Bubble Beam. But those who are wise would know it's smart to hang on to that. Alright. I need to heal. So we now have a bit of leeway between now and the next gym. And I'm going to check a thing really quick concerning the next gym. Ah, shame. Okay, let's put Clefairy in the lead here. I do kind of want to catch another Pokemon relatively soon. So I'm going to check and see what Pokemon I can get coming up here. Well, after the Misty's gym, I can go just about anywhere I want. So now I'm pondering on what I want to do. Either way, I do need to come up here, so... Yo, Kaisen! You're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great! I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon! Here, let me see what you caught! I don't know why they address me so much, especially if it adds another line of text. Oh, that's a Pidgeotto. That's, not great for Clefairy. Go, Walnut! You need to get caught up in levels now. Because for some reason pistachio was great. I think we're just talking scratch, honestly. Really? You're resorting to sand attack again? Okay, there might be a reason why pistachio is so good here. Pistachio has a stab. That's a pretty good reason. Stop with the sand attacks! Stop! I'm gonna. He's taking a shift after being Misty. Oh, wow. Pocket sand! The stupid Pidgeotto and its pocket sand! Why are you just spamming sand attack? I mean, at this point, I think at this point it might just be a better idea to take the L. Oh, now you don't want to spam sand attack. I'd say it's you use sand attack next turn. But it missed! Yes, we're gonna switch into Walnut here. We're gonna take a little bit to heal up. Because this thing only knows teleport. I don't know if you know this, but you cannot use teleport in the middle of a battle. Especially a trainer battle. Okay, we got everything back under control here. Honestly, this rival fight right here is probably the hardest in the entire game. That's required. If you can get past that Pidgeotto, it's smooth sailing, but that Pidgeotto is devastating. Beautiful. First try, baby. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. They added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC. Since you're using his system, go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. Smell ya later. Yeah, we're just gonna heal all that damage off. God, that Pidgeotto is the most obnoxious thing. Alright. Now we have 6 trainer battles almost in a row. I'm gonna try and use Clefairy for most, if not all of this. So there will be a good amount of going back and healing after each battle. That's mainly just to get Clefairy up to speed and level. Because we're like 5 levels behind. How exciting, just pounding some bugs. Well, we didn't get poison there, so that's good. Stop with the sand attacks! Ah! Starting to hate sand. Yeah, sure, just get a random crit with Gus, why don't you? Just don't get a second one, please. Thank you. What did I say about getting a second crit with Gust? I said don't. We are going to switch back to Clefairy for just a moment. Just get the experience. And then we switch back. Nice crit, nice crit. Clefairy is level 15. Actually, when does Clefairy get its next move? Okay, I see. Gotta go heal. Well, that's 2 in. So if we can average getting 2 of these trainers knocked out with Clefairy and then going back to heal, that's just 2 more trips. Number 3! I think as long as we don't see any more sand attacks, we should be fine. Ooh, nice crit. We should be fine. We're less fine. Because I can't switch a cat attack. Yeah, I think we got some potions. Don't wrap me again. I think I will. Ready? Okay, here's what we're gonna knock out this Ekans with the Clefairy. And then we're gonna hard switch on the next Pokemon. I really should think about the next Pokemon I want to add to my team, but I'm gonna have an entire week to think about that. Actually, a week and a day. Thank you. Thank you for not hitting yourself, Walnut. Walnut's level 20! I do like that the screen flashing isn't as bad in this game as it is in future games. For poison. Alright. Just 3 more trainers and we're done. With a Nugget Bridge. Number 4! No! No! Not Pidgey! Not Side Attack! Stop! I'm already switching out. I don't want to deal with Pidgey. Please don't make me deal with more Pidgey. Clefairy's level 16, yay! Nidoran, we are so fine with Nidoran. We are so fine with Nidoran. It does not get Sand Attack. I'm A-okay with this. Yeah, I can use a potion to get back to full health. Number 5! Has just... Oh, I should switch. This is a terrible matchup. Go Walnut. Stop using Leer. Okay, just spam Leer. That works too. Congratulations! You beat our 5 contest trainers! You just earned a fabulous prize! It's a nugget. By the way, would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group dedicated to evil using Pokemon. Want to join? Are you sure? Come on, join us. I'm telling you to join. Okay, you need some convincing. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. See, if I remember that he quotes Godfather there, I would have given him a different voice. Did not remember that. Okay, I am loving that Clefairy is actually starting to deal decent damage now. A Zubat? Oh, this guy's easy. So easy. Zubat do be pretty fast, so it is gonna outspeed. I think I need a Pokemon that hits fast and hard, which... I think is Spearow? Yay, level 17 Clefairy! Ah, you're too good! With your ability, you can become a top leader in Team Rocket. Oh, no thank you, I'm good. Okay. Because we have so little time left for today's stream, I'm going to spend the next little bit just looking for a certain Pokemon. But yeah, I think this was a fantastic first stream for the Generation Challenge. We made it past Misty, so we're 2 gyms in. That's a fourth of the way done with the main part of the game. Roughly a fourth. I think between now and next time, which will be 1 moment, please. The 4th. December 4th. I'm going to figure out a little bit more about what Pokemon I want to use on my team. Because I've just been kind of going with the flow, just going for whatever I feel like. I think, especially now that we've beaten Misty, and I think once we get the next gym badge, we definitely have a lot more ability to explore. In fact, we might can even get into some shenanigans next stream, depending on if I can find the Pokemon I'm looking for here. In fact, I would actually 100% be down for it. Ah! And there's the Pokemon I was looking for. Alright, and you have to just chuck a Great Ball. Abra has a pretty decent catch rate. So if you throw a Great Ball at it, you're pretty likely to catch it. And Abra is a fantastic Pokemon. Abra, the PSI Pokemon. Using its ability to read minds, it will identify impending danger and teleport to safety. What are we nicknaming this Abra? Let's nickname you... What? I need another nut. I need a cashew. C-A-S-H-E-W, cashew. And there we go. I believe that's going to conclude this week's stream for the Generations Challenge. We have... a cashew is not going to remain on our team, I'll be honest, but will be very important next stream. So, at the end of this stream, we have Pistachio, our Wartortle, our starter, looking fine. We have Walnut, our Nidorina, also looking pretty good. Clefairy, which I don't think I'm going to stick with Clefairy. I think I just need a Clefairy just to have another Pokemon just for now. So Clefairy is probably going to be switched off of the team at some point. Especially seeing as that's 2 Pokemon that evolve with Moonstone, and I only have 1. And Cashew, which loves to teleport. But with that, let's see. So tomorrow, I also want to point out that the Generations Challenge is going to be streamed to both YouTube and Twitch. But the rest of my streams are probably going to stick to just Twitch, unless I decide otherwise. So for those of you watching on YouTube, if you want to watch more of my streams, follow me on Twitch. It's the exact same username, Kaisen3141. And what am I doing tomorrow? I don't have any plans for tomorrow. Nothing concrete. So I might just, I don't know, play it by ear. We'll see. With that, see you guys next time. Bye-bye!